Hello, this is my TF2 design video. I'm just going to be talking about key levels of my map and how they suit each class. So this parkour section particularly suits the scout very well. However, classes like the soldier and demoman can rocket jump up onto this point and across. They can also just go directly up here. Scouts obviously don't take damage double jumping across. They can use their shotgun for enemies close like here, but their shotgun has a small range of fire, whereas the soldier and demoman can do a lot more damage from far away. So the trade of self damage is worth the amount of damage that they can actually deal to enemies. Scouts can also use this path to push and pressurize snipers up here. The sniper gets a lot of sight of the point. It's a very dominant point, which is why I've purposely made other points that the snipers can counteract them with. Like here, it's hard to see a sniper here, and just any cover point really, you can really see the sniper nest from more or less anywhere, which is why my map promotes a very dominant sniper versus sniper point. However, I'm hopeful that there's not too many snipers that this ruins the fun of the actual capture the objective. Snipers can also come up here as shown here, where they are just being attacked by Demoman, that Demoman just trying to take him out. As this is also a dominant spot for Demomen, as they can just shoot grenades straight down onto the point. They can also sticky jump down here, like the Scout and Soldier can. And having the high ground is just a very well tactical advantage. The balance for this is, of course, both teams have this, and they are quite exposed for snipers over there for an easy snipe. Engineers also like this position because of the ability to have turrets set up to stop flanks, teleporters behind cover points, and dispensers where health is not given. A good tip for the Demoman is that they can sticky grenade their way up through this whole path, or soldiers, and there's a health pack right here to instantly replenish them. Pyros like to get around the point, so if a blue pyro is able to come around this corner, take out this medic and this heavy, or even if they come up now. I'm not sure why that one is holding a shotgun, but pyros really like to come from behind and just, as we see there, a great example of a defensive pyro. The pyro can push enemies off of the capture point, making them waste time and creating valuable distance that other teammates can use to kill them whilst they're in the air. This cover point down here is particularly used by pyros and scouts and medics just to hide and sort of get around and get away from enemies. The health pack is of course used by everyone, but it can be set up with traps from Demoman with his sticky bombs, or a turret maybe from over here to stop enemies from getting to that point. Spies really like the underground route, as there's so many paths that they can take, just like the scout, using their speed to get around and away from the enemies. Spies, however, they keep coming across and go up, and keep going up. They have a direct access point to the sniper tower, which they can use to just easily take out enemies. Heavies, of course, just like controlling the point, but they can come from both sides of the map to take out as many distracted enemies as possible. I think that is everyone I've spoken about. So I'll just talk about key areas. Obviously we've got this high ground, which can be used by soldiers, demomented scouts, just reiterate that, and also snipers, just like this point over here. Then you've got these cover points, which can be used to break up areas of battles, just to hide and temporarily replenish yourself and get back into the fight when you can. We've then got this point up here that you can come up to just to make it easier so you don't have to go all the way back around. You can just take that quick path up there. Then we've got the underground route, which obviously has a lot of freedom for the player to choose where to go. They can trick an enemy and go here and then come back around to go around and kill them. There's so many options that the players can use down here in a way to confuse the enemies and get an advantage by getting in behind the enemy. Something that I didn't mention is that demo men are the only class that can reach the top of the sniper tower with a well set grenade point here. They could fly up here and they are able to shoot grenades onto the point, where a sniper such as Crybaby over there is able to take them out. Snipers are really the only sort of class that can take out a demo man. There's also these hidden routes, which are just a safer version of these pillar points. They offer a quick flank route that the sniper may miss if they are too concentrated on the point. You might not be able to see a player coming from this section. These spawns, I think it's quite clear. You can see that you can go down here and there's quite obviously a section for the replenish, which will make the players come this way. And you've got the arrows just pointing the players which to go. You've got the battlements, and then you've got the resupply on the crates, which just make it obvious that that is where you have to go if you want to get some extra health or ammo. I can talk a little bit about the decals I've added, these posters. It's just propaganda really, with this resist sort of poster from a leader figure with all these bullet points just around the enemy team. Loads of just modern sort of things added. You got plugs there, and then if we go over to the red spawn, it's a big contrast. You see lots of wooden stuff. We've got just death signs, got moss and dirt, just lots of dirty decals. You go inside, more dirt on the walls, this blood in this bag. It just makes the two teams seem very opposing from each other. Just blood splattered on the wall really. And then if you look just at all this wooden sort of structures made by the red team compared to this really metallic modern sort of surrounding that they've got, and up here just a lot of technology opposed to these trees and these wooden houses, just really help to create an imbalance between the two teams.